go. Now I
Alright, hello everybody. There we go. Alright, we're live now.
We're live, yay! Okay, we're gonna talk about Raw and Saturday Night Main Event. Well, Saturday Night Main Event first, but Raw.
Nothing really happened.
Nothing really happened. We're just gonna kind of run through the matches, just kind of because they were there.
I mean,
but I'm CK.
I'm Tofari.
Knight Rider.
All right, so here's the deal. First off, we're gonna get through Saturday night, which, like we said, nothing really happened. That's why we kind of just were like, we're gonna wait till Raw. Get it up.
I mean, what? Let's see.
Well, there was what, 4 or 5 matches.
I think there's 4 and the contract signing.
Yeah.
So first match.
Well, we had DiBiase show up.
Oh,
Are you on? Yeah. You're on Raw. We had Ted DiBiase show up. I'll just run through it real quick. Nia versus Rhea. Rhea won.
Yeah, nothing changed.
Alundra Blaze, Mark Henry were shown in the crowd. Sheamus, Braun Breaker, Jesse Ventura joined the booth. Braun won.
Yeah.
Then we had the contract signing, which actually, that to me was at least better than what the matches and all that were.
But once again, it was a big old fat nothing burger.
Yeah, but we knew it was coming. You know,
the only thing
KO started running his jaws to Shawn, which we knew was coming. It was Shawn Michaels' hometown.
Yeah, pushed him,
wound up super kicking KO, which we knew. I even said that was coming long before it happened.
Yeah, nothing special at all.
KO said Shawn was jealous of how he was, and both titles were put above the ring, and then we had the Braun Jacob match. And I'm gonna tell you what, if there was any match that was good, it was that.
Yeah.
I mean, they pushed Jacob really, really hard on that, and
he fucked Braun up.
Yeah, but Braun on his Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, said, I'm coming back and I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So I mean that is what it is.
And we had the Gunther versus
the Jay versus Gunther,
which ended how everybody expected. Jay did really, really well, but he ended up losing.
Yeah, and then we also got the announcement that March 1st, Elimination Chamber will be in Toronto, Canada.
Mm-hmm. That was basically it.
Yeah, and then they showed Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard in the crowd. But yeah, that was pretty much it for Saturday night. Like I said, it really wasn't anything, oh, this is so cool. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing of importance really happened,
no.
to be honest.
Nothing that changed the narrative. No new entries, no new...
It was a big old fat nothing burger is what it was.
And, they had it lined up to be a really good show, and it just was... Bleh. Okay. We got some good news this week, along with some bad news, but we'll go with the good news first. Jordynne Grace has officially signed to a multi-year contract, which we knew was happening. But it's official. It's in the record books. Signed, sealed, delivered, done. We all knew that was what was going to happen, but...
Yeah. And like a bunch of people have been saying, they just need to put her on the main roster. Because NXT's women's division does not need the help.
And again, that is something we have said multiple times.
The main roster
women's division, or the men's division on NXT, maybe needs some help. The women are crushing it week after week after week after week. You don't need to put a Jordynne Grace on there. You don't need to put a Bianca. You don't need to put a Jade. The women's division is crushing it. Julia, what's her name? Roxana Perez are just
crushing it.
Cora Jade, all of them are just killing it over there.
I'm glad you remember names because I sure as fuck don't.
Those are about it. I do remember a couple others. But to go to NXT, which we'll get to in a few minutes, but I'll just wait. An update from last week's. Dakota Kai was injured, which you didn't really watch it. You were,
Yeah.
but me and Knight Rider saw it, and I'm like, she got hit, and she got hit hard. Dakota Kai got a concussion, and they're thinking it was from the missile drop kick, which I am 99.99999% sure when you saw that missile drop kick, she got nailed.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Like,
yep.
She didn't.
She didn't miss a beat.
Again, I'm gonna tell you what, guys. We've said this multiple times. We say this multiple times. This is 100% fake. We understand that, but these whole. I know where you're going. Just give me a sec. It is real to an extent,
it's
but what
staged.
I say, it's staged. Yeah, that's a better word. We understand the stories, okay, but
it is very
these
real.
Guys are getting hurt doing this.
Oh yeah.
Do not try any of this. I don't care if you're
unless you are training to become a wrestler, you shouldn't be doing any of this shit.
Do not power slam your brother. Do not power slam your sister.
No, don't try to do a tombstone pile driver or what is KO always trying to do? Is it a pile driver?
Yeah,
Don't be doing any of it. Just you can imagine it in your head all you want. Just don't try to do it at home.
Yeah, don't do any of don't do any of that, guys. These guys are getting legit hurt, and we will find out. There is another injury later.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Seth starts the show off. He's out there talking about winning the Royal Rumble. You know, he can either go against Cody Rhodes or Gunther. Gunther shows up. His music hits. Comes out to the ring. They have their standard, face off.
But here's the thing: they're calling Gunther the heel in this, and I'm gonna tell you what. We've said this before. Gunther might be going in this as a heel with Seth, but again, we've all said this. Gunther is speaking 100% fact. Every time that man talks,
oh, yeah.
he might be like, you know what? I'm better than you. I will always be better than you. But you know what?
He's right.
You're sitting there going, mad props, buddy.
Yeah.
Mad props.
Like we've said, there are very few people who are on Gunther's level. Jey Uso, obviously not one of them.
But he gave him a run.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say he was anywhere close, but he
got several
good licks in.
He almost pinned him several times.
But like we said before, I mean, it is a point is that he even told him after the match. One day. You know, and it was like, you're not there yet, buddy, but you'll get there.
Yeah. And we're not gonna jump ahead, but that was brought up later on.
Yeah.
But Seth and Gunther have their standard face-off. Gunther tells Seth, "I hope you win the Royal Rumble. I hope you choose me." So then, what does he say exactly? I don't think we said what he says exactly, but he said, "I hope you win, so that way at WrestleMania I can beat you and prove without a shadow of a doubt that I am better than you."
Yeah.
And then I lost my ever-loving fucking mind because this piece of dog shit human being, Logan Paul, comes out to the ring. I don't even want to talk about him, but he comes out, his usual bullshit. Oh, you guys are great wrestlers, but I'm great at everything, blah, blah,
okay,
blah,
but
blah,
hold
blah.
on a sec. Before we go down that whole path, everybody is talking about this. He got booed so loud.
Oh, yeah. It was Dom levels of bad.
Some of the people that were there that were tweeting were saying it was louder than when even Dom came out.
Good. It should be.
His level of boos was even more piercing than Dom's is.
Good. It should be. Because that's the thing.
Logan Paul ain't shit.
Dom is playing a character. Logan Paul is a genuine piece of human filth that does not deserve to breathe oxygen.
Tell us how you really feel, Tafari.
I just did. Anyway.
Okay.
And then, I love it. Because Gunther says, you know what? No, I hope you win the Royal Rumble.
No, he goes, Seth, I'm sorry. I'm going to take back what I said. I don't want you to win. I want him to win.
So that you can go on to face me at WrestleMania and I can slap that stupid smirk off your face. And I want to see that so bad. But the sad thing is I know that if Logan Paul does win the Royal Rumble, he's gonna win the fucking title. Not because he's better than Gunther. He's not even in.
Because he's gonna have his little cronies.
Logan Paul versus anybody is like a toddler versus a nuclear bomb. He shouldn't be anywhere near. I can't. I don't want to talk about him. We're going on to the next point. Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, he like I said, sorry, a little piece of ice. Yeah, that he had extra loud heat, like extra loud. Yeah. And then we had Punk backstage talking about how he's gonna throw everybody. He was talking to whatever her name is. I can never remember her name.
The backstage interviewer lady.
Yeah.
We're terrible. We're bad with name, guys.
Redmond is her last name, I think, something like that, but I can't remember her first name for crap. Anyway, he was talking to her, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna throw everybody over the top rope, and I'm gonna win." The same thing we heard 1,000 times.
Literally everybody else.
Literally everybody else, yeah. But this is what I like. Sammy walks up to him, and Sammy's like, "I have an issue with what you said last week, that I'm not on your level. It's not true. Since I've been in the main event at WrestleMania, you haven't." Which, I mean, again, I love Punk.
He's got a point, though.
But Sammy's got a point. Like, buddy, you've not even done a main event at WrestleMania.
No. And then after Punk leaves, Karrion Kross approaches Zayn, telling him that he needs to listen to Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins and start thinking with his head rather than his heart. Because, I mean, he's out there, helping people, trying to do blah, 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 and it's just costing him. And then after he tells Karrion, "No, I don't want anything to do with you. Just leave me alone. I have enough on my plate right now." Then after Karrion Kross leaves,
you see Seth talking, or you see Sammy talking to Seth.
Yeah,
and he's like, "I am sorry about what happened last week. I am so sorry. That was not meant for you." Yeah.
And Seth says, I believe you. It was an accident, but this whole thing you've got going on with Roman Reigns, if it happens again, I'm not going to think it was an accident. And then he walks off, and then fucking Cody Rhodes comes up and just sort of pats him on the shoulder.
Kinda
like everybody wanted to see Sammy that day. I don't know what it was.
Everybody was, "Hey, Sammy, what's up, buddy?" It was like, what? Yeah, Sammy could not get a second alone. No, for that whole, whatever time frame that took, because that took a little bit.
Yeah.
But that was like a whole middle commercial thing.
Really?
It might as well have been a match.
It was great. And then
we had the tag match.
Yep.
For the men's tag team titles. We had the War Raiders, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And the War Machine, they were doing great, but I'm gonna tell you what, War Raiders are always great.
Oh yeah, but honestly,
I was impressed.
I really was too, and especially with what we find out about JD.
Yeah, which we'll get to in a sec.
But it was honestly a damn good match. Obviously, Carlito got involved, but even before that.
Yeah, before that it was great, but Carlito comes out, spits his little apple thing, whatever. But I think that it already happened.
Yeah.
JD went. I don't remember how exactly he did it. I think he leaped and missed.
Yeah. And hit himself on the announce
But he hit himself on the back. It was back across his middle of his back, which I don't know. So everybody's thinking that he hit. Off camera, he hit on the corner somehow.
Yeah, and he
slid down, and everybody thought he had broke his neck. But he was waving everybody off like, "I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay."
Yeah. But to find out,
he finished the match. They lost. Judgment Day lost. without Carlito's help.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I mean,
but like we
still,
said,
like it's
mad
a good
props. They were doing great.
But JD went up the ramp, everything, got to gorilla position, and just collapsed.
Yeah, we found out that he broke
several
ribs, punctured a lung, and I don't remember the name, but whoever you were watching, he's like, you know what?
I watch a lot of them, but everybody is saying, with all this, JD, he's been that borderline jobber guy, kind of taking the falls for.
Oh yeah, just
Judgment Day.
Basically, just getting beat up. Yeah.
That when he comes back in a couple months, you give him his props, man.
Oh yeah, like I said, if I'm JD McDonough, as soon as I come back, Judgment Day, you can kick rocks. I'm going to get me a damn title.
Yeah, because I mean he. Like we said.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal match, and he did all that with broken ribs and a punctured lung. I mean, nothing but respect for that.
And to walk up that ramp, and I mean, it's not far, but it's not. If you're struggling for breath,
if you got broken rib, it could be from here to the door. I don't give a shit. With broken ribs and a punctured lung, I wouldn't make that.
Yeah.
I'm not that damn tough. Shit.
And as soon as he got backstage, got to gorilla position, they said he just boom.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Straight to the floor.
Fuck. But yeah,
so,
nothing but respect for JD with that, honestly.
Yeah, I got to give the boy. And this was absolutely one of my favorite moments of the.
Yeah.
Because Kaiser and Pete Dunne were talking backstage. You kind of really didn't get like what they were.
They're just bullshitting, and then
New Day shows up, and the New Day is like, we're this.
New Day sucks.
And they just are like.
They
give them that look of like.
Ugh. And just walk away.
It didn't say a word. And here's the thing. This is what I absolutely love. Not only do the faces hate them, the heels are like, no, bitch.
Even the bad guys don't fuck with them anymore. It was wonderful.
Exactly.
And I believe it's right after this that we have their match.
Yeah, we have. Well, the New Day goes on to talk to Redman again.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're in Atlanta, and Atlanta's favorite son is here, and she's like.
My family's gonna. He's like, my family's gonna be here tonight.
You know who Atlanta's favorite son is? And when it started off, and she's listing like everybody, but Xavier. And he's like, no, it's me. And she's like, okay. She just had that look of like, okay, like I'm just gonna
ignore that.
Yeah. He's like, my family's here tonight. I bought them tickets to watch me beat.
Rey Mysterio, and he didn't even beat Rey Mysterio.
It was beautiful. I brought my family here so they could watch me beat Rey Mysterio. And you called it right before that. You're like, his family's not out there.
No, but they're gonna show up.
And you said.
But we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
They start the match.
They start the match, and he looks over, and you see the reserve seats. Nobody's there.
I'll give him his credit. It was a pretty good back and forth match. But that's not what is really important about this. Like halfway through the match, his family finally shows up, and we were making bets on this. You said they were gonna show up in
Rey
Mysterio
Mysterio
shirt, and I'm like, no, they're gonna show up in New Day Sucks shirts. And lo and fucking behold, they show up. He comes out. They're like, where have you guys been at? I brought you these seats. Blah blah blah.
And they're like,
and they all unzip, and it's New Day Sucks. And they're like, huh? What? And then he goes back in the ring, gets his ass beat by Rey Mysterio, and then after the match, Rey goes out there and gets a New Day Sucks shirt, slips it on. Yeah.
It was. Like I said, even their own family. Well, you remember Kofi?
Yeah, his mom just walked away.
His mom's like, and walked away. Didn't say two words to him.
Exactly.
So I mean, they're getting the heat from the faces. They're getting the heat from the heels. They're getting the heat from their parents. This is new level heat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this much heat.
No. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm really interested to see where they go from here. Honestly, it's just funny.
They're a train wreck.
Yeah, and then that we were talking about that.
This is something that really pissed me off.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wade with Michael Cole and Pat at the Royal Rumble instead of Corey Graves.
It has always been Corey.
Yeah, they're literally just leaving him they're leaving him on NXT to die, and it's terrible. He deserves so much better than that.
Like we said, he is a phenomenal announcer.
Yeah.
Yes, he is probably one of the best.
Right up there with Michael Cole.
Yeah. Like he did. I like Pat, but like I've said, and we've discussed this. I think we've even discussed it on here. You bring him in, let him be the father figure to the two idiots.
Exactly.
Because everyone's like, they're just like two little 8-year-old kids having a good time watching their favorite wrestlers. Then you bring Corey in.
Yeah.
You bring Corey in and be like, you guys look like idiots.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's just sad. He deserves so much better than what he's getting.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they're leaving him there to die.
Yeah. And then this was like a 10-minute segment of wasted time, honestly. I'm going to be so for real with you. Jay comes out there yeeting. He comes down from up in the crowd.
Yeah, I don't know what that all was.
He comes down.
And he has one of the Atlanta guys. I can't remember. I didn't write it down because
He has some guy out there with them, and he does the whole yeet thing, and then he does it a second time, and then he does it a third time, and at the end of that, he spends
But you know what? That wasn't even the coolest part. The coolest part kind of happened after, but it was during that part too.
With Michael
Cole. They showed a clip of it later. Michael Cole was trying to do the whole
well, no, he did the whole thing with Jay right. He did that right, but it was when he was trying to.
And he was like, and then it kind of, like they were kind of talking about it later, but we'll get to it now because it was just so cool. Later on, like after they'd kind of gone and done the whole yeet thing, Michael was like, Pat, I got this. Let me show you I got this. And he's like, look, buddy. He's like, look, buddy. You need to stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Stay right here.
Whatever. Like he missed it like 3 times consecutively. It was bad. It was real bad.
And he's like, just stay in your lane, buddy.
That's not you, buddy. You are the whitest white guy to ever white. Just stop trying, please.
But yeah, it was basically just a 10-minute screw off.
Yeah, he literally just came down there to say, I lost. I needed that. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. But I can beat him. And so I'm going to go to the Royal Rumble. I'm going to throw 29 other guys off the rope. Then I'm going to meet
again, how many times have we heard this from last night, even? Literally everybody that walked down to the ring.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. Like I said, I know it's not going to happen. But even Gunther said it. One day. So when is WrestleMania? Like 3, 4, 5 months from now?
3 or 4.
3 or 4 months from now. I would love to see Jay win the Royal Rumble and then go on over the next 3 or 4 months, wrestling other superstars, getting better, and then winning the title. That's not gonna happen in a million years. But it'd be nice. It's not gonna happen. But.
No, I like I've said, I really, really, really think it's gonna be John Cena.
Yeah, against Cody.
Unfortunately, because we know I'm not a fan of John Cena. Like I said, as a person, he's a great guy. As a wrestler,
the exact opposite of Logan Paul.
Yeah, really.
He's just a. Never mind. We're not going to go down that road again. I genuinely don't want to talk about him. Just thinking about him.
But then we had the Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez defending their. Or no, they weren't defending their titles. Why did that? Defeated. Okay, never mind. Against Bianca Belair. Bianca and Naomi.
You skipped over the Lyra backstage. Lyra enters the Rumble, and Ivy enters the Rumble backstage.
Oh, yeah. That was really kind of funny. Because you had the whole thing of American Made coming up when they were talking to Lyra. Right. And he's like, Ivy's going to take your title from you for me. And Ivy just like, she gives it a look of like, what?
For the team.
For us.
Yeah, for the team. And then she's like, and then Ivy is like, you know what? I'm going to go on to even bigger and better things. I'm going to enter the Rumble. Obviously go on to become a double champion. That's not going to happen either, but point being. Farmer Corey was good. Not much. We're just here talking about Raw from last night. You a WWE fan?
But then we got to the match. Like I said, we got to.
Oh right, we forgot to mention they went up and insulted Alpha Academy because they were doing.
Oh yeah, they were doing their little TikTok thing.
Hell yeah, you're a WWE fan. It's good, man. Yeah, we're just here shooting the shit about Raw last night. You know, Chad Gable's he's a piece of work, ain't he?
Oh, I hate Gable.
And you know,
like,
I talked about this last night. I really want them to do something with Otis because he's just sitting back there doing nothing, like so many other superstars. I feel like.
Yeah, and like we said, you know, we've got the 2.5 hours, whatever that we're doing now. I feel like. And there's so much. They're trying to cut a story, and I understand that. But yet, there's still so many superstars that just aren't being utilized.
Yeah, I get them not wanting to, you know, just cram stories down our throats for the sake of cramming stories down our throat.
You'd like to see Ray that's gonna be.
That would be awesome, but I don't see. Actually, it could be.
But they're both. It could be just a fun match. But they're both faces or considered faces.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Maybe not at WrestleMania, but I could see them going one-on-one just for the sake of a fun match.
And I think it would be a great match.
Oh, it would be a phenomenal match. I would love to see that.
But then
Rachel and Liv versus Naomi and Bianca.
Like I said, it was okay. I mean, and that's where we've said before. NXT is crushing the women's.
Oh yeah, the women's division of NXT is just so much better than the main roster, honestly.
Yeah. But then you had Dom's little punk ass.
Oh yeah, trying to get in her good graces.
Oh yeah, you can see it 100%.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm okay. I mean, it's like, let me go out and kiss her butt and.
Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
Yep. You know, let me go kiss Liv's butt, and maybe she'll accept me again. Mm-hmm. It's bad.
Yeah, I think it was Pat who said he's been stuck in the doghouse. He's been sleeping on the couch for the past few weeks.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, in reality, he is married to his high school sweetheart.
Yeah, I know. But it's just fun.
It's a great story.
It's a great story.
But I still love that with Rhea and Rhea like wham.
Beautiful. I could watch that on a repeat all night.
Oh yeah, they're still talking about it on
like I said,
Instagram, Facebook.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
I love Pat's comment to that.
2 balls, 1 foot.
2 balls, 1 foot. It was absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about Carmelo Hayes? Do you think he'll become a U.S. champ? Who has the U.S. title right now? Isn't it Shinsuke? I'm pretty sure Shinsuke.
Yeah, I'm not okay. I didn't mind him in NXT when we just started rewatching NXT.
Yeah, we just got into it.
But
he's just been used as a punching bag, honestly. Like, he's just been used as a punching bag. I
don't think I've really seen him, besides his NXT stuff, actually be good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
not
good.
bad.
He's good. That's not what I'm trying to get at. But right now he's just being.
Yeah, I mean, he went against Braun Strowman. He went against Damian Priest. He's just been used as a joke character right now.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know. We haven't really seen him get pushed. Like, I don't think he's even interacted with Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, but it would. Excuse me. It would be a neat match.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna just a waste of talent. Honestly, yeah. I feel like he could do a lot of good, but they're literally using him as a punching bag. Then again, that's kind of what they've been doing with Braun Strowman lately too.
Yeah, we didn't really get into that, but like I said, they're really pushing Jacob right now.
Oh, I just meant in general. Like,
yeah,
Damian
they're
Priest,
pushing.
then it was not Braun Breaker.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, but yeah. Carmelo Hayes, it could be a great superstar.
He was good on NXT.
Yeah.
Like, when I was watching NXT, he was really good. But he's a great heel, and they need to really lean into that.
Yeah, rather than just making him, oh, I'm him, and then gets laid out on his ass.
Yeah. I mean,
I think he could do great against Nakamura, especially. Then again, Nakamura's whole thing is like mind games. And with Carmelo Hayes being, oh, I'm him, I'm great. I don't know. That would be an interesting dynamic. I just now thought about that. That'd be pretty cool.
It would be interesting. Like I said, okay. But then you had Dom doing his little interference thing and causing the ref not to pin when Bianca had Liv pinned. Or Bianca not getting the pin, yeah. I guess that's how the easiest way to word that. She had Liv pinned and didn't get the pin because the referee was more worried about what Dom was doing, standing on the apron, his normal crap.
Yeah.
But then you had wound up.
Yeah, Liv pins Naomi, which gives Rodriguez a cheap saw, which allows Morgan to pin Naomi. What is all of yours favorite wrestler right now? Mine is Seth Rollins.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say right now, and we've had this discussion. I think if you watch what we were talking about earlier, right now I'm gonna tell you, promos and pure ability, maybe a heel, but it's Gunther. Like he's legit pulling his.
Honestly, I'd say it's between Gunther and Jacob, because Jacob has been killing it with the promos lately.
Oh, he has. Jacob,
and here's the thing: we've seen what he can do in the ring, but we haven't really seen what he can do in the ring. Oh yeah, he's a phenomenal. Like he is. Like we've said, there are so few people on Gunther's level. There's a reason he's only been pinned twice in his entire career. But
like 800 days, or I mean, it's like
it was like 80% of his career. He's had gold around his waist, and there's a reason for that.
He's killing it on promos. He's killing it in the ring. He's
phenomenal.
He is what you would call literally the whole package.
Yeah. Exactly.
Gunther is exactly. He goes in there. I'm gonna beat the hell out of you.
And then he does it.
And then he goes in and does it.
Yeah.
So you can't fault the man for that.
But like I said, I really think Jacob, like we said, he might be a heel. He might be doing all this dirty, underhanded shit. And I don't, like I said, they've been using Braun as a punching bag, whatever, fine. But I feel like we've seen what he can do, but we haven't really seen what he can do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen him attack people after matches, backstage. But in terms of, actual matches, he's had very few.
We haven't seen squat.
I think he's had maybe 5 or 6 matches.
Well,
hear me out. What if we had a Gunther versus Obafemi match for a championship in the future?
that would be interesting.
Oh yeah, that'd
really
be.
good. Obafemi is the current NXT champion, right?
North America.
I'm pretty sure he's the NXT champion. It's the other guy.
NXT?
I think he's the. I think that's the.
Like
other.
I said, we're just starting to kind of.
But yeah, that would be a pretty damn good match, honestly. I don't know too much about Obafemi, but he also seems like a dominant force in that ring.
Yeah.
Closer to Gunther than Strowman, I'd say.
Oh, is he NXT? Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was.
I thought so.
Because like I said, we just really started watching it probably 3-4 weeks ago. So we're just kind of really starting to get to where we know what.
And honestly, like we've said, the men's division NXT is kind of but the women are just killing it every single week. And I feel like they have maybe not a majority of matches, but an even amount of matches as the men, and they are just blowing them out of the fucking water.
Yeah,
it's not
literally.
Even close.
They're crushing the men on NXT. The women are killing it on NXT. I'm literally. It's almost the exact opposite of Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
I'm watching it for the guys on there, but when it comes to women's, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, we like some of them, but it's for the character more so than the.
But when you have when you go in and on NXT, you got, like I said, you got Julia, you got Cora Jade, you got Roxana Perez. They're in there every week.
No love for the tag team division right now? What, you mean NXT or main roster? Or
well, we do have, which we're going to get to later, but we might as well, since we're kind of bringing it up now, we do have the NXT Women's Championship match tonight. Well, I shouldn't say it's the NXT Women's Championship. The women's tag match title is on NXT. Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Lash Legend and what is her name? I can't remember her name right off the top of my head.
Don't ask me about names.
Don't ask me.
I can't remember her name. Car
Jordan?
Something like that.
But yeah, I mean the tag team division on the main roster right now is kind of eh. I mean we have DIY as the tag team champions
on SmackDown.
Oh right, I forget they have 2 tag team champions.
And the War Raiders on.
Yeah, the War Raiders are good. The DIY is just a joke. I mean we have them.
Yeah, Jakara Jax. That's what I was trying to think of. I knew it was like 2 J's, and I couldn't remember.
That's a superhero name if I've ever heard one.
I couldn't remember.
Bruce Banner.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Marvel name, like a Stan Lee Marvel superhero.
Jakara Jackson.
Because he always does the double letters. But anyway, we're huge comic book fans too.
Don't get me started on the Hulk. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
It's okay, Tafari. Anyway, then we have...
we got Rhea backstage saying, Mommy's always on top. And it's...
Again...
Redman asking, who... You have any predictions for the Royal Rumble? And she's like, honestly, it doesn't matter who wins the Royal Rumble, because whoever it is, they're going to face me at WrestleMania, and I'm going to beat them. I'm going to dominate them just like I've dominated everybody else. Bayley comes up. She's like, I might be the one to be facing you at WrestleMania. And Rhea just sort of chuckles and is like, good luck. And then just walks away.
And then Io shows up, and she's like, see you Saturday. And doesn't say really like anything else. It's just
Did
like...
they have beef? I don't remember them having beef. But
no, but it was... I think it was more just her kind of interjecting herself into it.
I guess so. I think who's going to win the Rumble... I don't see it being Roman. We just think it's going to be John Cena since it's his fellware.
And again, we've talked about this multiple times. I love John Cena as a person. As a wrestler, can't stand him.
But yeah, we've come to the conclusion it's going to be John Cena because it's his
farewell.
That's right. Words are hard. Farewell tour. And, this is going to be his last Royal Rumble, his last WrestleMania. A lot of people are saying it's going to be him versus Cody at WrestleMania. And I swear to God, if it is Roman, I'm sorry, Cody. You deserve to lose at that point. Like, really.
Well, again, like what we've said, we have Cody, or we have Roman in there, and everyone's like, oh, the original tribal chief. And, okay, that sounds great. But, again, like we've said, he's doing the same stuff. Yeah. And again, where has he been since he won the Ula Fala?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
We literally haven't seen him once. He didn't even show up for his own inauguration.
For his own, announcement thing for being on. Yeah.
He hasn't been there in a month. It's a joke. But that's just our opinions. Like I said, I don't understand why everybody has been cheering for Roman Reigns. I get, people didn't like Solo Sikoa and his new bloodline. But he was literally doing the exact same thing that Roman Reigns was doing for 3 years before that. So I genuinely don't understand why people are cheering for Roman Reigns. Like Drew McIntyre has been saying, Roman Reigns is up here playing chess while you're all down here playing checkers. They're being real dumb about it.
Yep.
I mean, I think it's going to be John Cena, as much as I hate to say it. I would like it not to be John Cena, but...
I'd rather it be John Cena than Roman Reigns.
Well, I'm going to tell you who I want it to be.
CM Punk would be great.
I would like CM Punk, but here, I'm gonna get Tafari here for a sec. And we talked about this earlier. I don't know if you caught our stuff earlier, but we said this earlier. I don't want CM Punk. I don't want John Cena. I don't want Roman Reigns to win. I genuinely will cheer, and give me a sec, for Logan Paul.
Please, for the
simply
love of God,
to let him go against Gunther. Because I would love to see Gunther mop the floor with him. But, you know, the sad thing is,
he's gonna
cheat.
Yeah, he's gonna win. Like I said, you probably weren't here for my rant earlier, but I despise...
We agree, 100%. I hate Logan Paul.
But even as a wrestler, as a human being, he does not deserve to breathe oxygen. But anyway, that's a whole other rant we're not gonna go down.
But again, I want to see him win for the simple fact of facing Gunther.
Yes. You're right. For as much as I hate him, he can do a lot of good stuff in that ring. That doesn't mean I don't hate him with a visceral passion. I want to see him win the Royal Rumble. Simply so he can go and face Gunther and get his ass whooped. But unfortunately, if he does win the Royal Rumble, and he does go on to face Gunther, he's going to win the title because he's going to have his little cronies, whether it be KSI or Speed or whoever the hell else he has with him. You know, give him the brat. You know what I would love to see, honestly? It's not going to happen, honestly. But it'd be so fucking funny to see at WrestleMania, KSI or whoever hand him the brass knuckles. He goes up, he knocks the shit out of Gunther, lays him out, and then tosses the brass knuckles out of the ring, goes for the pinfall, and he still kicks out. And then it's not going to happen that way, I know. But my dream scenario would be him using the brass knuckles on Gunther at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Gunther still kicks out and just whoops his ass. It's not going to happen that way, I know. But a man can dream, okay?
And then we had Penta into the Rumble.
That's right. It was just a promo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just a little promo.
It wasn't even a promo. I think they just said it.
It was kind of a little promo-y thing, just talking about. Yeah. And then you had the...
I feel like LA Knight US reign could have lasted a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. I don't even know what they're doing with LA Knight now. Like, he's just kind of there.
And Shinsuke really hasn't done anything major either.
He hasn't even showed... We haven't even seen him. Like, I'm pretty sure the last time we saw him in the ring was when he was fighting LA Knight and then the Bloodline showed up. And then he just kind of, like he had the mist pouring out of his mouth and then walked out. I'm pretty sure that's the last time we saw him in the ring. Whereas LA Knight was coming out there every single week defending that title. And that was great. I love those kinds of champions. But I agree. LA Knight could have lasted longer as the U.S. champion. And I honestly, he should get another rematch, considering his last rematch was a phenomenal match, but it got interrupted by the Bloodline.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to get another title shot for a long time. But
and then you had Paul Heyman come down to the ring, basically announcing that Roman Reigns was on the cover of 2K25.
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm the one who made the one. I'm the leader of the island of the leader of the island of relevancy.
The wise man.
The wise man, yeah.
The wise man to the leader of the island of relevancy.
That's it. And then, they have the whole, Roman 2K25 poster come down. And then you have Drew come out there. And he's like, you know what, Paul? You're a really smart guy. And I feel bad, because I'm the daddy of the bloodline. He said that. He said, I'm the daddy of the bloodline. Because back in 2020, I beat your client, Brock Lesnar, for the World Championship. And everyone said, and you went on to say that Roman Reigns rescued you from irrelevancy. But no. You're a smart man. You're the smartest man in this entire industry. You swam back to shore, and you picked Roman Reigns up at a low point in his career, and you went on to have the greatest run of your life. More titles than you ever had. More money than you ever had. Yada, yada, yada. Listen to all this. Blah, 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 blah.
You're even on the cover in the very bottom corner.
Yeah, he's there. He's down there like, oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're even on the cover now. So, yeah, it was funny.
And then he says, I want you to do me a favor.
I want you to tell your boy that I'm gonna throw him over the.
I'm gonna beat him within an inch of his life, and I'm gonna throw his corpse over the top rope. He's like, and Paul goes, "All right, I'll tell Roman that for you." And then Drew stops him, and he's like, "No, you misunderstand me. Roman already knows I'm coming for him. I meant tell your boy CM Punk that I'm gonna come for him." What title? Brock Lesnar doesn't have any title right now. He's not even in.
Yeah, he's not even.
No, we were talking about 2020. Drew McIntyre beat Brock Lesnar for the World Championship.
Yeah,
he was talking about that. That's what sparked the bloodline.
Yeah,
that's
the
why
bloodline, the whole bloodline.
Called himself the daddy of the bloodline.
But like I said, I'm not a Drew fan with this whole thing going on. But again, there is so much truth speaking right now. You got KO, who you might not like, but he's
got, like, that's the thing, is, like, all these delusional, like, self-obsessed heels, they're kind of all making really good points. Like,
exactly.
Like, even more so than the faces, which is just strange.
Yep.
Oh, what title has Brock Lesnar not won?
Not won?
I don't know. I didn't follow Brock Lesnar's career, really. I just know that
I've watched...
I mean,
has he ever won a tag title?
Probably not. I don't think he's ever been in a tag team.
He's been in tag teams, but I don't feel like he's ever been in one long enough to be champion.
I mean, he's probably won all of, like, the singles title, I will admit. Except, like, the Universal title, probably, because he wasn't around for that.
And then you had the Drew versus Sammy match, which, I mean, Drew was just dominating Sammy through most of it. I mean...
Sammy gets busted open.
Yeah, they didn't say anything.
Right, Drew won cheated to one.
Well, he put his feet on the middle rope in the corner.
Which seems just unnecessary. I gotta go see you guys. Yep.
All right.
See you, man. Have a good night. But yeah, he had to cheat to win. Well, he didn't need to cheat. I don't know why they did that. Because he still attacked him afterwards. So, like, what was the point?
Yeah, he attacked him afterwards, and that's when Cody came out, and that was a train wreck.
Yeah, because then Kevin Owens shows up, and then Drew gets back into the ring, hits Cody from behind, starts beating him up in the corner, and then I literally called it as soon as he got Cody into the corner. It was the exact same thing was going to happen. Sammy runs up, goes for the hoover kick, Drew moves out of the way, and Sammy kicks Cody in the face.
Yep. And again, I'm going to say this. I kind of don't wait for a Knight Rider to be in here with this, but you got... It's been Seth and Cody now. Two of the people that KO's got problems with. Yeah. Think about this for a second. Two of the people KO's got problems with. Is he going to turn
heel? I could 100% see that. I mean, the whole thing has been like, oh, you need to worry about yourself, not everybody else, blah, 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 blah.
And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to skip down here because I think hopefully it got put in here. Either that or I'll bring it up. Don't look like I put it in here unless I put it in here somewhere else. But anyway, and like I've told you time and time again, Cross is active on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. He posted like 1-2 minute whatever video of him and Scarlett up in like one of the skyboxes. Mm-hmm. And the second Sammy kicked Cody with the hula kick, they're like, he did it, yes! So it leaves you to this thing of, to me anyway, Sammy is a good heel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good face, but he's a good heel too.
Exactly.
I could 100% see him turning on and actually helping KO win the title.
I think that's the only way KO's going to win the title. And even then, is that really a way? And I know if you say yes, KO's not going to care.
Yeah.
Is that really a way you want to win the title? Like, legit? I mean,
if I'm completely honest, I think he could just straight up beat Cody. I don't think he's going to. I think he could, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But again, he's like, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. And it's like, we've heard, and then he just kind of had that, all you saw, like, all the blood just drained from his face. Like, he's like, oh, crap. This happened
Well, he
again.
really just needs to stop trying to kick Drew from behind. That's Drew has fucking spider senses for that haluva kick or something, I swear. But, then you have Rhodes, cutting a promo down on the ring, like, I'm gonna go on to Royal Rumble so I can put Kevin Owens in my rearview mirror, blah blah blah, and then CM Punk of all people comes out because I didn't know they were friends.
Well, the thing is, Punk, like, what I really thought was cool was Punk comes down there and is like, Cody, I'm your friend. I've always been your friend.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay? And he just gives him this look like, no, I mean, seriously. Are you okay?
I know you're the workhorse. You're the champion. You're going out there. You're doing media presentations. You're the first one to get here. You're the last one to leave. I was champion for 400 days. I know what holding that title does to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes on to tell him, he's like, I made a promise to your dad that I would always be there for you. I would always be your friend.
But I'm also your friend because, damn it, Cody, I love you.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to be honest with you. I got some bad news for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because, while you're on your way out here, doing all these promos, all this, someone else is on their way up, getting in the best shape of their life so they can win the Rumble and take your title at WrestleMania.
And stab you in the back. Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you. I'm not going to stab you in the back. I'm going to stab you in the front. Because I'm going to win that Rumble, and I'm coming for you. And like I said, again, I gotta give props to Punk. He called it, and it was. I'm not saying he called it because he might not win it, but
you know what the thing is? I think the last line that Cody delivered is like, you know what? Something about our relationship has changed because when we first arrived here at WWE.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
was always chasing Punk.
For 10 years, these people chanted your name, and we were still chasing you. But now, I'm not chasing you anymore. You're chasing me. And that was the end of it. And it was beautiful. Once again, another phenomenal fucking promo.
Yeah, and I know I said this last night. The only common denominator of some of these great promos is Punk.
Yeah, because they don't end fights.
And that's where I think it needs to be. I don't need to see them getting each other's face, smashing noses. I don't need to see all that.
Then again, I feel like that's not really happened as of late. Like the Seth Gunther and Logan promo. That could have so easily turned into Logan trying to throw a cheap shot and get his ass knocked out, but it didn't.
I would have loved to have seen that.
I would have loved to have seen that too, but you get the point.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to get into a little bit of the rumors and stuff like that. The rumored order for the Rumble is going to be the Women's Royal Rumble match, the Tag Title match, the Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes match, and then the Men's Rumble.
That seems accurate, honestly.
I would really like to see the Cody KO match be the end of it.
That's not gonna. No, there's no. It's the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble has to be the end.
Yeah.
Come here, Fatty.
But okay. So far for the men,
we have LA Knight, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Penta, Braun Breaker, and Logan Paul.
So we're up to 13 men that we know are confirmed, but we still have SmackDown.
True. And then
so the women, here's the thing. We've got Nia Jax, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, Raquel, Candice. They're still everybody's kind of like.
I feel like she has to be in there. We don't have that many women wrestlers. I feel like. Or maybe they're just not being used. Who knows?
Blair Davenport, Ivy, Io Sky, and everybody's throwing Jordan Grace into the mix.
She has to be.
Everybody's throwing her into the mix. She hasn't come out and said it, but we think she's going to be one of those she's never gonna come on TV and say it. She's just
Yeah,
gonna show
they
up.
show
Her
up.
problem
Yeah.
jealous.
I mean, I don't think she really has time to. She just got signed like a week ago, at most, probably.
Then, okay, we don't have to talk about the next part. Alexa and WWE are supposedly really close to making a deal. So they're really pushing for Rumble. Nobody knows if it's gonna happen, but they're really pushing. Like, they're
Maybe, but here's the thing: even if she does show up at Royal Rumble, she's not gonna win it. Like especially.
It's gonna be everybody's saying it's gonna be Charlotte,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's going to go on to take on Tiffy,
Yeah.
which I think would be a really good match. And here's the thing: I don't want Charlotte to come in there and whip the shit out of Tiffy.
No,
I want Tiffy to pull it off, but I want Tiffy to have the best match of her life.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I want Tiffy to come to the tippy top and the tippy breaking point.
I want it to be the closest match Charlotte has ever had without losing.
Yeah.
But something tells me it is going to be a slaughter. Unfortunately, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
But,
Oh yeah, interesting. Which we forgot to mention. We have Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY, a 2 out of 3 falls match for the titles.
Yeah.
I just don't think we brought that up. We just said it was a match.
Oh, yeah.
So I just felt like I wanted to bring that up.
Get your tail back up here.
But there's rumors that Asuka's ready to come back. Which... I love Asuka. And if she's going to show back up, I think it's going to be there, or it's going to be the Monday or Friday.
Yeah, after that.
After that. Jade is... They're talking about Jade returning.
You mean Maid?
It fixed it.
Maid Cargill. But anyway, Asuka's rumored for the return of the Rumble. Jade is rumored to be returned to the Rumble, and AJ Styles. I assume that's what that means. Yeah.
Is rumored to be returning.
Yeah.
Which again, these are just, I think it's more people throwing stuff out there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and bring it up just in case it does. And here's one I've got a real problem with. These are, and Britt Baker's on this list too, but I didn't put her on here. Malachi Black, Rey Fenix, Miro, which you'll know as Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Starks.
Oh, Rusev? Like the Russian guy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We haven't seen him in forever.
Well, he's on AEW, but they're letting him sit there and rot.
Yeah. I'd love to see. He was a great wrestler.
Yeah, he want to guess why he left?
Make McMahon.
Want to guess why 99% of these people are left?
Yeah, that's some guy, McMahon.
But anyway, Britt Baker's the same way. They're talking that they're just going to let them sit there until the contracts are expired.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, like I said, I think it's absolutely horrible.
Oh yeah, just like let him go. Let him go or use him for something. I mean, even if it's throwaway match, I mean, that'd be terrible. You know, you don't want your last 2 matches to be a throwaway. But, like, even if it's just for throwaway matches, use them for something or let him go. You're literally just wasting money paying them to do nothing. But, then again, they're kind of dumb anyway, so who knows.
Yeah,
But that seems like
that's really it for all that. Is there anything you want to bring up?
Not that I can think of.
Try not to think. It weakens the team.
Well, then again, whenever you think, I smell wood burning, so.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
there's
is that
wood up
me?
there. Is there wood up there? I didn't even think there was anything else there.
That's, you know, I think it might just be like the faint embers blowing around his head to skull. But anyway, guys, I think that's about it for us.
Yeah.
If you made it this far, follow us just like Farmer Corey over here. Wait. Yeah, Farmer Corey over here. Could you imagine? Corey Graves? I know it's not, but that'd be funny.
That would be awesome.
That'd
Anyway,
be fucking awesome. But anyway.
go back and watch the whole thing, Corey.
Yeah, I know, right? We love you, and that's not. But anyway, yeah, if you're here watching us on Twitch, you know, give us a follow. If you're watching us on YouTube or you want to see Is that
Okay.
okay? I think that was just on our end.
Maybe. I think we better go ahead and...
Yeah, let's wrap this up. If you're following us on Twitch, give us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Come to our Twitch and check us out. If you want to join us to talk about wrestling or anything on I'm going too fast now.
Twitch.
If you want to chat with us, join our Discord. We talk about WWE, comics, anything like that. If you want to help support us, you can donate to us. Even if it's only $1 or $2, you know, help make this channel better. But I'm Telfari.
I'm CK.
Knight Rider.
And
we'll see you next
y'all
time.